I want to share with y'all a piece of advice. And actually what inspired me to do this video is a Facebook post of mine. Stop waiting around for the perfect time to just magically appear before you jump into something you say you want to do. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be something you're going to be lacking. That shouldn't matter. Look, instead of looking at the stuff you don't have, take stock of the things you do have and see what you can do with what you have. When I first started getting serious about music, I was kind of spoiled because I had a producer and we went in and we bought equipment together, but he knew how to use everything. I knew nothing and didn't feel like I needed to know anything. All I needed to do was rap. So that's what I did. At some point though, the producer got distracted with life. Shit happens. And I had to make a decision on whether or not I wanted to continue to make music. When I decided yes, it really wasn't that big of a decision, then I started thinking, well, what do I need to do to be able to do it? Because I don't have the equipment and I don't have the expertise. So I went out, found books on the subject, researched what I really needed, because I wasn't online at the time. This whole internet thing wasn't something I was in at the time. I went out and researched and found the stuff that I needed. And I bought the bare necessities, a track board, I had a keyboard, I was pretty good with the keys, and a mic. And at the time I thought I'm doing pretty good, but I knew I didn't have the sound quality that was gonna make me sound like a professional. But that wasn't the point. I had these bare necessities, and these bare necessities was enough for me to be able to write songs and to record. Now here's the thing. Without me taking those first steps, there are a lot of lessons that I wound up learning that I would have never learned. Because what's that old saying? Necessity is the mother of invention. You would be surprised how incredibly inventive and imaginative you can be when you need to be. And I learned a lot of lessons about songwriting. I learned how to be creative as far as, because I didn't have all of the equipment that other people had, but I had to make do with what I had, so I learned how to do that. It's the same with vlogging. When I first started making vlogs and making videos, I didn't have a great camera, I didn't have great software, and I didn't have expertise. But what I did have was a webcam. I had a webcam and I had Windows Movie Maker Live. So I started out with that. And in the process of making these, what I would consider now to be substandard videos, in that process, I learned a whole lot about my presence in front of the camera, how I was supposed to express myself, what was comfortable for me. I learned a lot about that. And as I continued to go along, I started building on what I already had. So soon I got better cameras. Soon I knew how to use software, because Windows Movie Maker Live is pretty basic, but it has some of the same basic features that these more expensive and advanced high-end audio editing and video editing software has. But the point is, I had to put myself out there so that I could learn these lessons, so that now that I have better cameras, a better computer, I have better software, I also have the experience to go along with how to use it. And I'm appreciative of the stuff that I had to go through back when I had a bunch of sticks and rocks to work with. Too many, and this is just from my observation, but too many people feel like they need to wait till they have all the pieces before they jump in and do what they say they want to do. And that's just not true. And to be quite honest with you, most people don't start off with all the pieces anyway. Take what you have now. Take stock of it. Look at it. And then say to yourself, what do I have now that I can use to at least get started? And then continue to build along the way. But while you're building, you can be producing content or doing whatever it is that you say that you wanted to do. Don't get caught in a situation where years go by. Years go by. Parameters change. Different factors change. And you never get a chance to do the stuff that you said you always wanted to do. Because there's nothing sadder than the person that's on their deathbed with a whole bunch of I wish I would'ves. Just remember, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the Reaper Legion Network and help our community grow. I really appreciate it if you do. And as always, please, please, geek responsibly.